Okay, so we're going to start with Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, as we always do. Sometimes a little background noise from my dog, and sometimes a cat will go across the screen, possibly. Other than that, we'll do the best we can to stay focused and concentrated. And thank you all for being here for Kundalini Yoga. Tonight or today, whenever you're doing this, is a fairly physical set. So do what you can. We're going to be working on really opening up the chakras. This one is called taking the energy of the lower triangle, which is the rectum, sex organ, and navel, to the higher triangle, which is your throat, your third eye, and your crown. The gateway is the heart. So in other words, we're going to be working the spine. We're going to be opening and stretching in different directions and strengthening. So let's go ahead and tune in with Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs to the center of your chest. Close your eyes. Let your eyes float up and focus to your third eye, that place of inner knowing and intuition. And then you can chant Om Namo Guru Dev Namo on one breath, or if you need to, after Om Namo, take a little sip in through the mouth and then chant Guru Dev Namo. And just a little reminder, the first sound is O-N-G, not O-M, okay? Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, calling on the teacher within to help us do our best. That's all we can do is our best, and that's a lot. So here we go. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Again, inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And one more. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Great. And now take a deep inhale through your nose. Hold the breath in, and as you suspend the breath, just feel how full you feel with the breath. If you have more space inside, bring in a little more breath as deeply as you can, no forcing. Interesting how sometimes we have more space than we know. And then we're going to exhale and release the hands down and rest the wrists on the knees for a moment with our palms up, letting the index fingers meet the thumbs in wisdom gesture. And just reviewing a couple basics here, 2 or 3 things. One is, for most of the practice, your eyes are closed unless you need to view what we're doing, which you're of course welcome to do, to keep the energy contained. 2 is your eyes are closed to the third eye, so they're crossed and looking up. And 3 is we focus on the breath. So we'll be doing some long, deep breath and some breath of fire in this practice. And the long, deep breath is in and out through the nose, not through the mouth at all, in and out through the nose. And the breath of fire is also through the nose. When we get to it, I'll explain it more, unless you're not able to do it yet. And then there's an alternative way to learn it. Right now, you're just going to inhale, think Sat, breathing through the nose. Exhale, think Nam. That is the mental focus that we have with Kundalini Yoga, which means truth is my identity. I am the embodiment of my own inner truth. True name, true word, true self, truth. We're going to be doing some nice warm-ups here because we'll need that for this set. So we're going to go ahead and start with our stomach Sufi grind. So hold on to your knees and start to draw the circle around from your waist. Breathing through the nose. Imagine opening the energy channels along your spine. Feel those energy channels getting a little warmer, perhaps. The breath helps you do that. The movement helps you do that. The keeping the eyes closed to contain the energy helps you do that in this particular type of yoga. And now go the reverse direction. Move your spine as much as you can, taking it forward back and to the side. Always remembering that yoga is not a competition. You just go to your own limit and you go with comfort, right? Sometimes we do have challenges, that's for sure, but we don't want to harm ourselves when we do our practice, right? So just go to your extent that feels good here. The massage is your internal body, particularly the stomach, that moves the spine, the muscles, that you feel your hips and your shoulders a little more. And then come back to center with an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin to the collarbone. And you're going to start to gently roll your head and feel the weight of your head, because it really helps you feel how nicely the weight of the head helps the stretch. So use the weight of the head at your own pace to open up our throat chakra. Breathe through the nose. Inhale, sat. Exhale, nam. Go the other way. Good. And bring your head back on top of your spine with an inhale. We're going to slide our hands down, holding onto our ankles or shins. The space is limited, so you don't always see my whole body depending on what we're doing. But here you can see I'm holding onto my ankles or shins. And this is a classic move that you may already know. If you don't, you're going to inhale, arch your spine forward. You're going to exhale, arch it back. Find a nice pace that works for you and let your shoulders relax. So you can observe that my shoulders are moving opposite of my spine. You can keep your head steady. I like to do it that way. Or you can move your head like I'm doing. But if you do that, I'm just going to do it for a moment for demo purposes. Don't bob the head. You don't want to strain the neck. So I like to just keep my head on my spine, but some people like to stretch the throat and neck as well. So inhale forward, exhale back, inhale sat, exhale nam, and feel your spine getting a little more warmed up. Opening up again with the breath and the movement, and then having the mental focus for the mind. Inhale sat, exhale nam. Now inhale, come back to center. And just hold your breath briefly as you lift your spine, chin parallel to the floor. Be aware of the alignment from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And then exhale through your nose. Bring your fingertips next up onto your shoulders, thumbs in back. This is another classic warm-up for the spine. All the breathing through the nose. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, sat. Exhale, nam. And let your head move with your body, again, at your own pace. Just a little bit more, keep up if you can. And then come back to center with a nice deep inhale through the nose. And just feel so expansive inside as you feel the breath inside your body. And then we're going to exhale and bring the arms and hands down and rest the wrists on the knees for a moment and let the index fingers meet the thumbs in this mudra, this energy gesture, which is for expansion, wisdom, and knowledge. So this is a universal hand position. You often see it when people are meditating, an energetic connection back into our brain. Okay, so we're going to do some cat cows because again, I think we need to warm our spine up for this set, and then we'll do our sun salutes, and then we'll go into the set. So let's come on to our hands and knees. Spreading your fingers wide like a starfish, wrists under the shoulders, essentially, knees under the hips, essentially, whatever's comfy for you. And I'm going to recommend that you take yourself at a pace that works for you. If you feel pretty warmed up, I may be going faster than you want to go. You can go faster if you're feeling warmed up, but please don't feel obligated to go fast. So inhale, lifting the head, bringing the shoulders towards your waist, stretching throat, and then exhale, going the other way, back and forth, back and forth. If you did this fast enough, you would be doing breath of fire, which I'm kind of doing here. I kind of am. Now inhale, bring your head up, press your spine down, focus to your third eye. Exhale, go the other way, feel your spine. I know we hear a dog, this is true, that's my dog. And then inhale, come back to neutral spine and exhale. We are going to come up, if you're on a mat, come to the front of your mat. And we're going to do some sun salutes. Now, there's lots of variety here. If you've got a chaturanga and you've got an more active sun salute, please do it. That is not the way I'm going to teach it. We just want to get everything warmed up. And so let's come to the front of the mat. If you want to offer your practice, you can come to the front of your mat, bring your palms together, close your eyes for a moment, and take a moment to set an intention, an affirmation, or a devotion, and never underestimate the power of taking a moment to do that. Great. Then we're going to reach our arms up with an inhale. Palms can meet or not, and head can drop back or not. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees for a moment. Let your head go. Very nice to do a ragdoll for a moment because it's really nice to let your head go. Your neck will soften, your arms will relax. We are going to continue the sun salute in a moment. It's nice to slow ourselves down. And then we're going to go ahead and take our hands to our mat and inhale, step the right foot back into a low lunge. The back knee can be up or down. Stay there for a moment. So I'm going to change this so you can see a little better. And then inhale, take your left foot back, and you are in full plank position. If that is too much, you may drop your knees, which we're all going to do in a moment, unless you're going to do chaturanga. And now inhale, as you exhale, drop your knees, sit back in child's pose, which we will do as part of our sets. We're not going to stay like we sometimes do first time around. And inhale, come forward, either nose, chin, chest, belly, hips, which I'm doing, or just a little modified push-up, and take a sphinx or a cobra. Sphinx, your forearms stay on the floor. Cobra, my hips stay on the floor. Very important in cobra that you keep your shoulders down. And up dog, your hips and legs are off the floor, legs very straight. Okay, here we go. If you have to, roll back down on an exhale. And when you're ready, inhale and bring yourself up to downward facing dog. Equal weight, hands and feet. Energy to the third eye. This is a good one to remember, the third eye. It does many things, this pose. And then we're going to step the right foot forward. If you need to assist it, take your hand around your ankle. And you're going to stay in the lunge for a moment. Lift your head so that you can push the shoulders towards the waist and lengthen the upper back. A lot of us, myself included, round it a lot when we're looking at our devices, etc. And then inhale. Take your left foot forward, exhale, hinge from the hips, and maybe straighten your legs a little more. Ground into your feet and legs, engage your belly. And with an inhale, rise up again. Palms can meet, head can drop back. That's optional. Exhale, prayer to the heart. I would like to do one more sun salute to get you warmed up for this active set. So let's go ahead and go through that one more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. If you want to get a little extra stretch, bend back, but don't pinch your low back. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, take your left foot back this time. Left foot back into low lunge. Knee up or down, keep breathing. Inhale, take your right foot back into the plank position. This is such a good strengthener for our muscles and our bones. Breathe into it, let the breath give you strength and support. Breathing through the nose, inhale, drop the knees, exhale, sit back. And again, you can do a little modified push-up, or you can do nose, chin, chest, belly, hips. I did that first time around. So now I'll come forward with an inhale and just lower down, elbows bent into a little modified push-up, exhale. Inhaling into my back bend, curling my toes, and then exhale into downward facing dog. I'm laughing because my cat just somehow threw the pen right in front of me. I don't know how Shopi did that. But anyway, now you're in downward facing dog, and you're going to pull your tailbone back, your belly in, make your arms strong, pull your heels down and back. This is just such a good holistic posture. Actually, all postures are meant to be holistic. You definitely feel that here. And then you're going to go ahead and inhale, step, walk, or assist your left foot forward into your lunge. You're going to exhale, hold that for a moment. You're going to inhale, bring your right foot forward. You're going to exhale, fold over. Let's take a little extra stretch here. Inhale, look forward. Maybe your hands are on your legs, on the floor, or just off the floor. And then exhale, fold over again. Ground into your feet, engage your belly, and inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, take a prayer to the heart. What I don't understand is how Bo can be relatively quiet most of the day, but it seems like when I have a session, he wants to do this. So we are going to move on. So here we go. This is the beginning of this set. It starts very strongly, and it starts with camel pose. So camel pose is a back bend. You are going to come up standing on your knees. And you want to keep your legs parallel to the floor. Some people lean back like this. No, you want to keep your legs parallel to the floor. And you're going to push your pelvis forward. So what you want to feel like is you're opening your belly and your heart. And then some people can hold their heels pretty easily. I actually can't. And if that doesn't work for you, you can just take your hands in your lower back because you want to extend the spine. So I can work this and get a little bit more warmed up, but we don't have time in the set. They start with this. And guess what, folks? Rapid, rhythmic, equal inhale, exhale, sniffing breath through your nose. It's breath of fire. If you're not used to this, pant like a dog. I wish my dog was panting instead of barking right now, but anyway. And if you can, hold on to your heels, but you're still pushing that spine forward and chest and belly up. So eyes are closed, third eye. If you need to, you can curl your toes under. That makes it a bit easier. And breath of fire. Equal inhale, exhale. It's an audible breath. Make your head and neck be comfortable. If it's not comfy to drop it back, pull it up a little. Now we are not done here. Take a deep inhale. Hold the pose. Exhale. We're going to start to say Sat as we pull our belly in, and Nam as we release it, a form of Sat Kriya. Here we go. Sat, pull the belly in. Nam, release it. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Now everybody inhale deeply in the pose. It's a little hard to breathe in deeply there, but do it. Hold the breath in, squeeze your rectum, sex organ, and navel muscles. And then exhale very carefully. Head's going to come up last. Inhale, push your pelvis forward, then your belly, then your chest. Exhale. The next thing we're going to do is going to come down and bring your forehead comfortably down to the floor. You're on your knees, your buttocks are up in the air. You're going to bring your feet off the floor, clasp your fingers and let them rest on your lower back. And begin long, slow, deep breath. And it says to meditate at the brow. You can feel that that is bringing energy to the head, right? So we moved one way, now we're moving another way. The feet are off the floor. The fingers are clasped, resting on the low back. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Have your head comfortably on the floor. So that first one already opened up a lot of energy. That camel pose. Now, take a nice inhale. Bring your hands down onto the floor. You're still in this position. Exhale. Bring your left leg up in the air. Go to about a 60-degree angle. Point the toes. Hands are on the floor to help you balance. And begin to kick your left buttock, even if it doesn't connect, with a continuous breath of fire. Breath of fire. If you can, keep the right foot off the floor. So it's a bit of a balancing act here. Satnam, Satnam. Kick that energy right up. When you kick your buttock, it's very good for the navel chakra, for the digestion. Now, inhale, lift that left leg up. Now you can point the toe again, just extend the energy. And exhale, take the left leg down, left knee down. Second side, hold on to the floor, the spread fingers. Take the left foot off the floor, bring the right leg up in the air, start to kick, continuous breath of fire. Inhale that right leg up. Good. Exhale, lower it down. And now come very gently. Inhale, come sitting up. And then the next one, we are going to just sit. Well, I don't know if everyone here can do this, but if you can, you're going to sit between your heels. This requires some flexibility in the knees and hips. So if you cannot sit between your heels, which I am doing, do not force it. Either sit on your heels or with the soles of your feet together so that the concentration in the part of the body right now is the hip area. And so your eyes are closed. You could just hold on to your knees or have your hands in your lap, one palm on top of the other, or do the Gyan Mudra. And just relax here for a few moments, keeping your spine lifted, your chin parallel to the floor, meditating at the third eye. Good. So active and then a moment of rest, opening up a little bit of that hip energy, second chakra energy. Water is the element. This is where we feel our emotions and our desires and our passions, seat of creativity. Great. All right. Now, the next one from here is laying back from this pose. And So if you cannot do this, which one person who's here I know did to help do some healing for themselves and told me the story recently because I'm collecting some stories, and not everyone will be able to do this on their back. So if you can't, find a comfortable seated position. It's Sat Kriya again. So on your heels if you need to, cross-legged if you need to. However, if you can lie back, the men are going to have the right thumb over the left. The women are going to have the left thumb over the right. We're going to clasp our fingers, index fingers up. And we are going to do Sat Kriya again. Sat, pull the belly in. Nam, release it. Okay. So I've got to get back there first and then I'll take us there. Okay. So here we go. The arms are up. If you're flexible enough to do this, please do not hurt yourself. That is not the intention. You can do it sitting up with your spine straight. Okay. So find what works for you. Focus to your third eye. And here we go. Sut, nam, pull the belly in on sut, and then release nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam. Good. Sut. I'm going to look at you. Nam, sut, nam, sut, nam. That's right. Just do what you can. Sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam. Now inhale, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze the rectum, sex organ, navel. Exhale. Release your arms down from whatever you did. And then we're all going to find our way back to camel pose again. And again, as I said, this is a physical one. Yeah, do the best you can, right? This is a lot tonight. And it was interesting because I was going to choose a really simple set for the chakras. And now I've got one of the more strong ones. So you're going to push the pelvis forward and you're going to open up your chest. I can feel this time I'm a little bit more open. And then you're going to start with long, deep breath through the nose. If you have to, hold your lower back, right? It's not a competition. You're here to open your spine, elongate, push the pelvis forward. We want our legs parallel to the floor, no cheating. It's better to keep your legs parallel and not get to the feet than to lean back and cheat. You want to make this open the front of the spine. Now, breath of fire. Okay, push that pelvis forward first. Inhale. Oh, we're going to get a child's pose now. So exhale, come on down to child's pose with the arms out in front. In Kundalini, we call this Gaur Pranam. You're going to have your hands like you're praying, palms together, and you're going to bring it out in front, the arms, and relax your head down. And this should feel so good after all this deep physical work we've done on the spine for the chakras. Long, deep breath. Oh, feel that breath along your spine. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Feel that breath expand in your belly and low back on the inhale. It's such a beautiful pose, such a simple, beautiful, healing, soothing pose. One of my favorites. Love this pose. Few more breaths because we have more to do. Good. Let's inhale and slowly rise up. Exhale, gently bring your buttocks to one side, your knees to the other. Be gentle with yourself. This is a strong set tonight, today, whatever time you're doing it. And you're going to come laying on your back and you're going to take rest for a brief moment because we do have more to do. It feels so good to rest. And often we do in between things in Kundalini, not always. I find the stronger the practice, the more I need the rest. And I guess it's sort of like having a really busy day and then you need more rest, right? So we're doing quite a lot of physical things. We'll be doing breath of fire in the next one. And if you're a Kundalini practitioner, you know this next one. This is one of the best ones you can do to strengthen your nerves, to center yourself. When I first started Kundalini yoga many decades ago, I trembled like a leaf in the wind on this one. And it helps to strengthen your nerves. After a while, you don't get that shaking. So you can have your hands under your buttocks. You can have your hands over your legs like so, which is the full expression. Underneath doesn't do that much, but it protects the low back a little bit. And so you're going to raise your feet 6 inches. You're going to raise your head 6 inches. My toes are pointed. I think you might not be able to see them. I'm focusing at my pointed toes, and breath of fire. Remember, if you cannot do it through the nose, your tongue is out and you pant like a dog. You need to. You want a deep breath. You do not want to hyperventilate. It's very strong. If you need to do it one leg at a time, that's okay. Or take a break. We're almost there. Inhale deeply, deeply. You got it. Now, let your head come down and exhale. Bring the knees into the chest. You can keep the hands under the buttocks. As a matter of fact, if they're not there, you might want to just put them there. We're going to now inhale the knees in. Exhale, slide them out gently, touching the floor. More navel work. Inhale, sat, pull the knees in. Exhale, release it out. Inhale, bring the knees in. Feel your belly. Exhale, extend the energy out from your hips and legs. Inhale, sat. Exhale, nam. Inhale, sat. Exhale, nam. Just a few more of these. Breathe deeply. Good. Finish your last one. And if your hands are under you, take them out from under you and rest for a moment. The next thing we're going to go into here are some inversions, and they're going to be with breath of fire. So first of all, if you're not comfortable taking your back off the floor, everybody's, different ages and stages. So if that is not going to work for you, we are going to do shoulder stand and plow. If that's not going to work for you, that's fine. You can just be on your back with your legs up in the air. That works too. Okay, so for those who have shoulder stand and plow, we're going to start with shoulder stand. So back of the head on the floor, knees into the chest. This will help kind of oomph you up. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to push off your elbows and oomph yourself up. And you want to walk your hands up your back as much as you can. A lot of people start kind of in a half one. That's okay. The more you can get up your back, the more you straighten your back, you get your legs straight up. Okay, eyes closed to the third eye, nice straight legs, and breath of fire. Now inhale, everyone. And if you have your shoulder stand, your back's off the floor, exhale, lower your legs. Important to keep your legs straight here. More important than if the feet touch the floor. Have your legs straight. Hold your back if you need to. You can clasp your fingers behind you, whatever you'd like. And then more breath of fire. Or you can even hold on to your toes, whatever you like. Open that spine, everybody. Feet can be, toes can be pointed or flexed. Main thing is have those legs straight.
It's fine.
Inhale. And then somebody's not muted. If you could mute yourself, that'd be great. And then exhale, gently roll out of this. Feel that. When I roll out of plow, it always feels so amazing on my spine. And then you can have your knees bent, feet to the floor, or you can just straighten your legs out for a brief moment. Oh, I believe the rest of the set is going to be on our belly, and it's going to be a series of back bends. And so we'll do the best we can here. Remember, you can feel we're really opening up the spine here and taking the energy from the lower triangle, the lower chakras, to the higher chakras. So now we're moving into the heart, which is what helps open the energy from the lower chakras into the upper chakras. So let's roll over onto our belly. And the first one, my shoulders are not like they used to be when I was younger, so I can't do all of these things as I would like to demo them. So I will explain to you, and you will do what you can do. So we're going to clasp our fingers at our lower back behind us like so. Actually, my hands are on my buttocks right now. And you're going to keep the tops of your feet on the floor. Some of you will come up higher than me. You're going to lift your chest up. You're going to pull your straight arms back and off your back a bit. And you are going to do breath of fire. So up comes the chest, back come the arms, and breath of fire. Eyes closed. Inhale, exhale, lower down, release your arms. And now the next thing that we're going to do is you're going to clasp your fingers at your lower back, and you are going to alternate kicking your buttocks. And I have to check the breath on this because I forget the breath, even though I looked at this before. Oh, it doesn't give you a breath. So you can choose your own breath. You could inhale, exhale. You could do a continuous breath of fire, whatever you like. You're going to come down on your belly. You're going to have your chin on the floor. Bring those hands back to the lower back. Only now you don't lift the arms up. You just have the fingers clasped. So I can do this one. I will demo it for you. And just choose a breath, right? Follow your breath. What I'm doing is I'm exhaling every time I kick. That's what's happening for me naturally. So I'm inhaling, exhaling. And inhaling, my legs are straight. Exhale, kicking. Good. Now inhale, everybody. Exhale, unclasp your arms. You're going to feel like taking a rest. I know we have actually 2 more to go. And these are a little bit strong. The next one is rocking bow pose. So the first thing you do is you see whether you can bend your knees and hold on to your feet. And if you can hold on to your feet or ankles, then you lift up. And if you can lift up, you lift up with an inhale. And I can demo this, though, again, I'm not very bendy in my back bend. Then you will roll back and forth. Hopefully you're not on a really hard surface because sometimes that feels not so good on the hip bones. So you reach back, you hold on, you lift up, you close your eyes, and you breathe. Inhale, lift up, everybody. Pull those feet or legs away the best you can. Exhale, lower down. Release your legs. Bring your hands under your shoulders. I think I might get up and close the door, though. We'll still hear the dog. And I'll set you up for this. You're going to keep those shoulders down, everybody. And it's a cobra with breath of fire. So now we should feel pretty warmed up. Carefully come up. Keep your shoulders down. Your arms can be out in front of you if that's easier for you. See, this is easier sometimes for the shoulders. Whatever works for you, but keep those shoulders down, okay? And keep your hips grounded on the floor. Your head wherever it's comfortable. Don't force it to come back unless you're very bendy. I go about halfway, I guess. And then breath of fire, focus to your third eye. Well, now Bo's quiet, so we'll all do this together. Open up that spine, open up those chakras. Satnam, Satnam. Good, everybody. Now stay up there. Inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze the rectum, sex organ, navel. As you exhale, release the breath. Release the rectum, sex organ, navel, which we call Mula Bandha or root lock, and relax for a moment. You may use your hand like a pillow. You may turn your head one side or the other. You are going to take rest for a moment. Now, we just did a lot of back bends, so you probably feel your low back a little bit. You're welcome to roll your hips a little bit side to side. And the thing we're going to do to complete this set also will help your lower back stretch a little bit. It's a hip stretch, and the hips are very connected to the low back. We're going to be using a mantra that some of you may know, but a lot of you might not. And there are 8 sounds, like there's 8 limbs to yoga. So the Ashtanga mantra, it's Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Haryana, Karyana, Nirname, Akame. And these are all sounds that are a word for the creator, destroyer, liberator, deathless, undying. So doesn't matter so much that we know what it means. As a matter of fact, I've never memorized all 8 of them, though I know that that's what it is. And I know what it's for. It's for balancing the hemispheres of the brain and also for balancing the heart chakra. So that's pretty cool. So as we chant this, and if you don't know it, fake it to make it, Gobinde, Mukande, the tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth on the day, right? So there is a scientific reason for that. It stimulates the brain. So go ahead, we're going to come up. So go ahead, you might want to come up in a little child's pose or roll on your side, something to make you feel comfy. So you could sit back for a moment, you could roll on your side for a moment, hug the knees in. Take a moment, folks. Also, because I'm going to get the music, I said it before I started this, but I've got to find it. And you're going to put the soles of your feet together, which I'm demonstrating. You're going to hold on to them. You're going to keep your back straight. And the version of this that I chose is not fast. It's a nice slow pace of the mantra. So you can just move slowly with the sound as we chant together, as you chant with me, really, at this point in time. But I will get it going, and then maybe we won't hear Bo as much either. It's a real nice chant. So just close your eyes. Soles of the feet together. Yeah, it's good to be up on a cushion. That's a good idea. Yeah, because it's a very good idea. If you've got tight hips, get up on a cushion. I do that sometimes. Okay, so forward and back, like the music. Isn't that nice? Now we're just going to get into melody, vibration. We're going to chant together. She'll start in a moment. Just breathe until she does. Gobinde Mukande Udare Apare Hariyan Kariyan Nirname Akame. Try to keep your spine straight. Gobinde Mukande Udare Apare Hariyan Kariyan Nirname Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyan, Kariyan, Nirname, Kame, Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyan, Kariyan, feel those hips. Nirname, Kame, Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyan, Kariyan, 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 Nirname, Kame. Now just keep moving your spine forward and back, keeping it as straight as you can. Breathing through the nose now. Make sure your knees feel okay. Don't push those knees down too much. You want to feel that stretch more with your legs and with the body. Inhale. Think of all the work we did, all that energy along our spine, all the chakras, lower triangle to upper triangle through the heart chakra. Going in. Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyan, Kariyan, Nirname, Kame, Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyan, Kariyan, Nirname, Kame, Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyan, Mukhande, Udare Apare, Hariyan Kariyan, Nirname Akame, Govinde 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 Mukhande, Udare Apare, Hariyan Kariyan, Everybody take a nice deep inhale. Hold the breath in, lift your spine, still holding onto your feet, soles of the feet together. Let the vibration of that mantra just resonate within you. All sounds for the Creator, the creation, which is in each and every one of us. And those hips are a creative center. And now let your breath go. Good. And release your hands and come laying on your back. So I could feel some energy along my inner thigh there. And so what we're taught in Kundalini, especially because we did that for 7 minutes, I think it was, go lay on your back. We're taught that 90% of our energy from the second chakra can be circulated back into ourselves. And so energy work is about unblocking things. And so if you feel, which I mentioned earlier with the stretch pose, head and heels 6 inches, the trembling, or there, I just could feel, yeah, maybe trembling, but like energy was moving there along the inner thigh because we're not used to stretching it so much or for so long. So now just come laying on your back. We've got a couple, 2-3 minutes before we come up and close the practice. And so just close your eyes. Let your feet drop out to the side. This was a very energetic set that we did. And so really allow that energy to circulate through you so that we can feel our vitality, our aliveness. And I talked to someone yesterday because I'm talking to different people about their experiences with Kundalini. And it's a really interesting story, a lot of parts to the story. But ultimately what he said was he had done other forms of yoga. They had helped him with things like a lower back issue that he had. He found this Kundalini yoga teacher, it was not me. And he was sent to her by someone he met in a health food store. And this woman said, "You're not really in pain. I mean, you're in pain. However, it's something else that you need to uproot in yourself." And he was very honest with me when I interviewed him last night and said it was something he didn't even tell her at the time. And he did discover what it was. And it was something from a really long time ago. Let's call it childhood. And it was really deep. So now he's been doing Kundalini yoga every day for years. He became a Kundalini yoga teacher as a sound healer. And he says he starts every day with some certain things he does with his Kundalini yoga because he's really afraid he's going to get that pain back. And so we all have aches and pains. I just think that's a very inspiring story. And also, not that Kundalini yoga is better, it's different. And if you do the work where you get the movement of the energy, you might feel some releases, you might feel some tingling or some warmth or some emotion. Be welcoming to that opening to something that maybe has been there for a very long time. I definitely had those experiences, particularly when I first started Kundalini yoga, just tears streaming down my face when I would chant certain things or have my body in a certain position. It's not for everybody. It doesn't work that way for everyone. However, I always encourage students when they come up to me after a class and say, oh, I felt like crying, but I've never done this thing before. And I said, you know, don't hold it back. Next time, don't hold it back, right? Because it's all just part of who we are. So, okay. We're now going to reach our arms up overhead behind us because it is time. Take a deep inhale, stretch your body. Exhale, relax everything for a moment as best you can. That feels great. And then inhale, take your right knee in. Exhale, use your left hand to take it over across. One of my first Kundalini teachers used to say relaxation is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So we got to relax, take that moment to relax. And then inhale, bring the knee back. Exhale, release it out. Switch sides. Inhale, hug the knee in. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, bring it back, that leg, and exhale, bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little yogi hug for a moment, stretching from the hip socket, which we definitely stretched. And then bring the soles of your feet and your palms together and rub them to massage your 72,000 nerve endings, to reground yourself, to massage your reflexology points. And that should just feel nice. And then roll your wrists around a little bit and your ankles a little bit, and then go the other way and say, thank you, joints, for giving me movement and flexibility. And then hug your knees in and rock back and forth if that's comfortable on the surface you're on, and for your spine, come back and forth, breathing along that spine. Come on up for a moment and sit cross-legged. We often end with a long time sun. We've kind of gone over the time that I know you all have busy lives. So I'm just going to invite us all to sit here for a quiet moment before we do a long sat and a short nam. If you want to think about the long time sun song or do it after, that's fine. It's a nice sentiment. It's a beautiful sentiment. Pure light within you, guide your way on. Bring your palms together. Perhaps you feel lots of good energy there after this set. Bring the thumbs to the center of the chest. We'll do one long sat and a short nam. If possible, on one breath, let this resonance of truth be for each of us here, that we may live in our own inner truth, and in so doing, be healthy, happy, whole, and fulfilled. And let us send out an energy to all beings and all life on our planet for well-being and healing. Inhale. Nam. Love to all, life to all, light to all, peace to all, and thank you all. I hope this practice will serve you very, very well. Sat Nam.